Yeah, so I got on Vudu last night because I wanted to watch that movie Talk to Me. Because now suddenly I'm hearing good things about it. Like it's actually scary and all this. Because I don't know, it looked all right, but then I heard it wasn't. So, but I think it's like $20 to rent and $25 to buy. Fuck you. So I scroll around and I find Slotherhouse.
But it's a slotherhouse.
It looks like it might be entertaining. I kind of want to I want to talk about a movie. I'm trying to do these like shorter things where I talk about it for a little bit and then I give my opinion at the end about whether it's good or not or worth watching or thumbs up, thumbs down, that sort of thing. But with this one, I can't. My opinion is like ready to burst out of me like the alien. This movie was garbage. It was so terrible. And I'm kind of like, I paid $5 to see it.
$5, Buster.
Like, it wasn't part of a streaming package. It wasn't like I was on Peacock or Hulu or Tubi and I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch this. I went out of my way. I gave $5 of my money. And I know sometimes I joke about being a cheapskate. It's not that I'm a cheapskate. I just always been poor. So, like, I'm not poor anymore, but I still have that kind of mindset. You know, there is a difference between a cheapskate and somebody who's poor. A cheapskate has the money and just chooses not to spend it. And clearly, I'm not the target audience for this movie. I think it was intended for like middle school girls who are drunk. I was ready to tap out after 30 minutes, which is a bold statement. I mean, the trailer's too long for this movie. Really, the only redeeming quality about this movie was that there was a bitch slap in there. Because I want to bitch slap everybody involved in the making of this movie. It's also annoying because it kind of presents itself like a real movie. And like, save your $5, save your time, just go to Tubi, click on Thanksgiving. At least there you know what you're going to get. You know, you don't even have to make fun of it because the movie makes fun of itself. And it's a better movie.
You just got stuffed!
The quality isn't as good, I'll admit. Slotherhouse, it looked pretty good, production-wise. It's about this girl who goes to college and, like, she joins a sorority and she gets this sloth from this guy. And she introduces the sloth to everybody like, hey, this is going to be our new mascot. And spoiler alert, the sloth starts killing everybody. But that's not till, like, way later in the movie. And we're just watching, and then all of a sudden she's running for president, and it's like, I don't care about any of these characters. I don't understand what is going on in this movie. And then there's this weird, like, social media angle going on the whole time. Because I guess I grew up in the 80s, in the 90s. So, I mean, their popularity was a certain thing there. And now, like, the equivalent is, like, how many likes you can get on TikTok and Instagram and all that. So I guess they have to tie that into everything. I mean, when I was younger, there was the yuppie guys with the polo shirts and the sweaters thrown on. You know, they had those expensive sweatshirts that they didn't wear correctly. And, like, that was status at that time. And now it's likes on Facebook. So we have to throw that into every movie. That way we connect with the younger audience. And the sloth at first appears to be like this harmless, cute little... He's like a mogwai who hasn't unleashed his inner gremlin yet. I don't know. Maybe people my age reacted this way when they saw Gremlins for the first time. Where when you're a kid, you're like, oh, this movie's awesome. And if you're like a curmudgeon 47-year-old, you're like, this movie sucks. And it's ruining Christmas. But Slotherhouse, it doesn't even, I don't know, I guess it's kind of a back-to-school theme. I mean, at least if you could tie it into a holiday, but there's just, I don't know, it's just garbage, it's crap. And out of respect, I'm not even going to name the director's name. Not that I know it anyway. And I went to IMDb because I was so confused about this movie. And, like, according to IMDb, this movie isn't even released yet. It comes out on the 6th of October. So, lucky me, I got a treat. But there were reviews on it, and a lot of the reviews, people were giving it a 10. I don't know if these people were, like, suffered concussions recently or what, but they were like talking about what a refreshing comical how refreshing this movie was and how funny it was and all that. It's like, it wasn't funny. There's a couple parts where the sloth looks funny, but I don't even think that was intentional. I think that's the best the puppeteers could do. Like, I don't think anything that was supposed to be funny in this movie was actually funny, and anything that actually was funny wasn't supposed to be funny. But the reviews are blowing me. I'm like, wow, people like this. Oh my God. And it's rated PG-13. So it's like, it's not like, at least, like, I loved Cocaine Bear, but at least if it sucked, like, the violence and the kills were awesome, even with the story, even if you didn't like the storyline. But this is like, it wasn't funny, the storyline wasn't good, it wasn't scary, the kills weren't good, it had nothing to offer. I think PG-13 just means, like, if you're over 13, you definitely won't like this movie. If you're 10 to 13, you probably won't. If you're 7, it might be entertaining. And even though Voodoo rentals are 48 hours, you know, I probably got about 36 hours left. Probably not going to watch it again. I'm not recommending this at all. I give it 2 thumbs down. It's garbage. It's crap. If you're over the age of 8, don't bother. But I think that's all I got to say about that. It's Friday, so have a good weekend, guys, and don't rent this.